We now return to Let's Play Endless Space. Let's do some checking up on stuff. Okay. And this one is going to be colonized. Just want to make sure I've got all these guys with a specialization. Okay, I've got a fleet coming into view there. I am almost about to get this one next turn, so I'll have to come back for that. And this one does not have an exploitation. Let's do evolved soils. And I guess I'm going to be waiting on those to get their fleets done now. Let me see. I guess I'll go ahead, because we seem to have an abundance of people here. And yeah, I am suffering a little bit. What I'm going to do, as soon as it'll let me, I'll come to this. First, actually, let's go and modify the colony ship. Because I want to put an engine on it. There we go. Oh, it changed class on me, I think. Or maybe it didn't. Okay, so that should be good. Colony 2. Alright. So now, let's build one of those. And rather than wait for it, I'm gonna go... Oh, damn. How much is that gonna cost? 213. Well, let's get it closer to the front then. Darn. I was hoping to get that out so I could go down here and colonize this amazing system. Because I can get that hydromeal. What resources do I have? No, I've got 3. If I could get one more of this hydromeal, I'd have a plus 20% food throughout the Empire. Let's see. I have some stingers. I'm thinking maybe I should move those to this Musis and just sort of set up a perimeter there, because no one owns it yet, and that would allow me to protect the place. Yeah, let's do it. 31. We can easily take them out. Attack. Come on. Just automatically do that one. Should be no problem. Hooray! And that got me another level. So, let's see. We can talk about some other things. I think my offense and defense is pretty good right now, so I'm going to skip over those and go to these other ones. This Tactician 1, -6% accuracy to enemy weapons, or a battle action dust warheads, plus 25% critical chance on players' kinetics. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the Tactician. Now, if I had gotten this one, this dust warheads, it is a battle action, which means that it would make this available as one of those cards in the combat sequence. So I'm just going to go with Tactician as soon as it recognizes my click. Right, so let's talk about that right now. The stingers here, well, first of all, when you've got your fleet selected, you can change the hero that is combined, or attached to the fleet. And you can also come to these battle actions, and these will show you the cards you will have available within combat. So I guess since I sort of skipped over that in the last one, we'll go ahead and do that right now. We'll talk about it. So the first one here is a defense card called Magnetic Field. Gives you plus 40% deflector efficiency, so more armor, and a minus 20% beam damage. It counters offense. So like I briefly mentioned, I think, certain cards will counter certain things. So by countering it, the enemy does not get, or you don't get, if you are countered, the little benefit that goes on here. So this is an offense card, weapon overlock, plus 40% kinetics damage, minus 20% anti-missile interception. Nano repair systems, 20% HP repair, minus 10% damage from friendly weapons. This one is sort of, I tend to use it either as the second or the third slot, depending on what I'm up against, because sometimes being able to repair mid-battle will win it for you. So there's a sabotage card, minus 15% accuracy for enemy weapons. That's a good one to start out with. I tend to start out with this one. There's also one for, well, later on when you unlock various technologies, you'll get more. There's one for like missiles and stuff, and that's a good one to start out with too. Here's tactics, adaptive strategy, plus 25% weapon damage, minus 20% defense efficiency. And then there's the retreat. The enemy gets to, well, not only do they win, but they also get one damage round on you before you escape. So anyway, that's that. I believe I was heading to that. Okay. I should consider getting another scout ship out here, actually, so that I can go around. But I've got some fleets coming along here, so we'll see. Now, even though we saw green here a little bit earlier, in the last episode, I am not entirely sure they are down this way. They might be, but you can tell, well, I mean, you can see right here, like, when I've got my system right here next to another one, half of it turns my color and just sort of fades into the next one. There's no green here, so that means they're not right here, at least. Okay, it looks like we did two at once. That's pretty cool, and there's a new... Looks like we met the Hisho briefly. Where'd they go? Okay, well, let's research something new here. And I want to come down here to Isolation Shields, which will give me a science improvement for my planets, and then we will queue up this PEV scale accelerators, which gives me more science, and it gives me a new engine, which will be a nice little thing there. What else do I want? Oh yes, after that, I'm going to come down here to the baryonic shielding, and that will unlock the ability to colonize lava planets, which aren't very happy places, so I won't be using that, but it gives me access to the cruiser, and more importantly, it opens up this direct line down to atmospheric filtration, which unlocks the warp drive that allows me to scoot around the map without having to follow those lines between the systems. And then after that, we can go down here to the battleship. So this is a very good tree to go down if you're done with the colonization aspect. Although, I do kind of want to backtrack and come over to the adaptive colonies so we can start looking at moons and this anomaly reduction thing, penalty reduction thing. Okay, let's see. So we met the Hisho, and okay, that's set up now. Titanium is now available. Good. So that is a resource to what? I think the cruiser. The cruiser is going to require titanium 70. So it's good we got that. But now I need to go and give this an exploitation. Oh, Let's give it a... Well, you know, if we put it on science here... Unfortunately, these don't get bonuses for tundra until you go down that branch of the tree. I'm missing soil revivification, desert transformation, extreme anomaly reduction. Well, I guess because we're mineral poor. Let's make this a science world. Although this would be a better science world because of the ancient ruins, it doesn't matter. But you will see now we have some approval here, or bad approval, and that is because this is a -10, and the molten, no, what was it? No, I think just having it on a tundra, first of all, is -5, so yeah, we're suffering a little bit from the happiness. If I could get this no, this one is colonized. What do I want? Well, getting one more hydromeal anyway in that other system would give me some happiness, but I think the quick way to fix this will just be taking our tax rate down, which is making Jaya ecstatic. Now, I don't need a hero there, so what can I do with that? Nothing really, I guess. We'll just have to leave it. But I am making enough dust in profit that I don't have to worry about lowering my tax rate yet. We'll have the ships continue on, and that gets to Centaurus. Oh, and there's another one out here. What is that Centaurus? Long season tundra planet, a medium ocean with Kessler syndrome, and Antonov rings on a medium Arctic. Well, some of these planets have very nice science. This Centaurus Prime has a very nice dust collection, but it's also a huge hydrogen gas planet, which is a -20 to happiness. And we're not down that branch yet anyway, so why don't we go ahead, send that to the next one. Ah, here we go. Now, I'm lucky that this is not enemy territory yet. The ring has not been established, so it's just an outpost. And they've got 2 things of titanium-20 there. Okay, those are the Cravers. Well, we haven't met them yet. Now we have. But it's good that this is not enemy territory, because at least in the games off-screen that I've been playing, when you enter into an enemy territory, you're just kind of stuck there until you can trade for open borders, which is a tad bit annoying. So, let's see. Now, there's no green coming this way, so I think this might just be its own place. I could go down here, I suppose. I'm really kind of curious to go back this way, but let's go that way then. Yeah. We'll go that way. Now, another thing is that the more, wow, this was just colonized, I guess, because I can't see anyone here. Maybe I have to have some kind of spy technology. The more developed a planet is, and the territory and all that, the harder it is to conquer and invade, and the longer it will take. So if you're gonna go that way, which I kind of think I might, unless as soon as I get this next colony it brings me over the edge, probably want to do it quick, rather quickly anyway. Oh shoot, I forgot. Oh no, it's on this one. We still can't afford it. 208. Okay, well, I'm probably just going to have that one develop naturally. So, let's go to the next turn. Anytime. where you gonna go? Oh, I haven't, I guess I'll just have the fleet move. There we go. Oh, and there is a ship, 74. So it's probably just a bulked up defense ship, or maybe a bulked up scout ship. But when you're on the same line together, they will not encounter each other. So you can pass through each other. Okay, so we should now have some access to science improvements as well as a new engine. And in 4 turns we'll have access to a cruiser, which will strengthen the fleets a lot. Close, damn it! Jaya is ready for something. What is Jaya ready for? An exploitation, perhaps? Good grief. Okay, this is an arid world. Why don't we take advantage of that with a colonial exchange? Because that is meant for arid worlds, and it has the ability to increase my trade. Let's open up this public-private partnership for research. I don't think I need this trade thing yet. These other 2 ones will convert your industrial output to either science or dust, and they just sort of sit there infinitely, so you can have them going in the background. Kind of like in Civilization when you change a city to a certain focus. So we can, if I could put down, well, I could put down both, and it would cut my production in half, which I'm not so sure is a great idea. Oh, and that gave me my next thing of hydromeal, which means I now have a monopoly on it, and plus 20% food throughout the empire. And that means I've also got 1 extra for trade. And once I get this little place down here, I can possibly get another one. Another 2. Hooray, hydromeal. Okay, those are just developing. Maybe I should get these stingers up to the front. Well, this was going to be a full... Was it going to be a full fleet? Because I've got that new thing that gives me a maximum of 7 now. Oh, we should probably unlock Xeno Tours and the science thingy here. Come on. There we go. Defenders. And a Stinger. Right, so these 2 are destined for the smaller fleet there. Oh, and, oh, that is going to be... Okay, so why don't I just go ahead and buy the Stinger out for 77. And that way I'll have my 2 ships, and this can begin working on the next one. Got ancient artifacts here, right. So, nothing left in that one. And I think this is safe. So, next turn. Next turn. On. There we go. Someone, probably one of my administrators. Come on! Yeah. I don't know if it's just that my mouse is... I mean, my mouse has been dying for months, so it's possible it's just stopped registering. But then again, we are experiencing some lag. Oh. I'll go with wit, which will increase science and dust output. If it will register, there we go. It makes him a more effective planetary... Oh god, someone's coming after me. Oh man. And I wouldn't be able to get there either. So I know that they've got some pretty impressive ships there. Oh, okay, so this is another outpost. Oh boy. And they're on to me. So I'm gonna go manual and run away. And hopefully that won't shoot me back this way. I hate it when it does that, because you have no say in what direction you retreat. And so sometimes I've just bounced back and forth between planets. And what's worse is when pirates are there, or they're in an adjacent system. So you'll flee from the pirates, you'll bounce into someone else, and you'll run away from them. Okay, so first action. Come on now, is not the time. There, okay. Man, there's some nasty looking ships. But it's only 211 in the military strength of this fleet, and there's no way to skip this as far as I know. Wow. Terrible, terrible frame rate. I guess I should just, yeah, I'll just skip that too. Even though I'll have to go into it, I'll just pause the video when that stuff happens. Oh, okay, well, I am on the retreat. That is one way to get out of here, but this looks like their capital. And you could tell because there was that little crown. So they've got one large, but looks like almost undeveloped. Now it says it's 24 out of 40 improvements, but again, I don't know if there's a spy technology. I haven't really delved into the tech trees. I'm sure there is something that shows you, you know, the more details of your enemy's stuff. So there's 211 there. And that's probably the guy who was coming. So, as long as I'm defensive, I can stay here. Now where? Man, I guess that means they're stuck. The conquest victory condition in this game is for homeworlds. But that is not enough to get rid of the civilization. Jay is ready for some more. Well, maybe I should have them go into... You know what? Let's go into dust production. And... well, I'll wait on the new ship in 3 turns. Which is gonna kind of make the rest of these obsolete. But Guyana is ready with its... right. So there's my fleet. Now, did I... I don't think there's much I can do to this to... well, I can give it a new engine. I'll drop a new engine in there. Okay. So that will be improved by moving a little bit faster, which doesn't necessarily mean anything because, oh, there is a second scout there. Damn it. No, wait a minute. Never mind. That's the ship design. Oh, God. Okay, so anyway, so we've got these obsolete ships in this fleet now. These Defender 1s. You can go back into the fleet thing here, and that is around Guyana. Right. And then you can click the ships you want, and you can retrofit them, which means that they will be upgraded to the new stuff. So let's do that for 56 dust. And now I have up-to-date defenders, and I can send them over to Moses. Well, I guess on their next. Turning them into a fleet takes up an action, so... oh my. And it looks like we've got some pirates here blockading me. Sons of bitches. I've got 2 stingers. Combined military power would be... I don't know. Well, let's create a fleet with them. And... oh, they're not here yet? I guess they're not. It will be next turn, though. So, enemy fleet of 136. I've got what? Stop touching that. 149. That's going to be a close battle if I get into that, which I'm not going to have a choice. Cersini is now under blockade, or will be. Got pirates here too. 408. Well, that one's going to be a bit tougher. I'm going to need a full fleet for that one. You can turn pirates off, and should have. I might have, should have, yeah, maybe I should have done that, because this is a really small map, and it's going to be hard enough as it is, trying to keep these guys contained, rather than having to come back and keep an eye on these guys. Oh well. Anyway, what do we got here? Alright. So I think that's a good place to stop this one, and I will see you next time.